Welcome to the UTSC Accessibility Services Self-Renewal module to review and confirm your accommodations. This video is provided with closed captioning, and a link to the transcript is also available. At the beginning of each term, every student registered with Accessibility Services will need to complete these steps to review and confirm their accommodations. New students will also complete this module following their intake appointment. If you are unable to access this module, please contact the Accessibility Services main office. You will receive an email from Accessibility Services letting you know that the Self-Renewal module is open for the current academic term. The Self-Renewal module can be accessed through the Accessibility Services MyAIMS system. MyAIMS can be accessed by entering the following website into your web browser: uft.me/myaims, capital AIMS. Alternatively, you can find a link to MyAIMS on the Accessibility Services website at utsc.utoronto.ca/ability. This will direct you to a login page. Please log in with your UTOR ID and password. Once logged in to the MyAIMS system, you will then be directed to the MyAIMS welcome page and main menu. On this page, there will be several icons to choose from. To access the Self-Renewal module, select the second icon labeled Review and Confirm My Accommodations. You will then be taken to a text page explaining the approval process. Please read through this information carefully. Once completed, select the Accommodations tab on the top left menu bar to proceed. This will direct you to the Request Accommodations page. On this page, there will be a list of courses in which you are currently enrolled, the status of your accommodations, a button to request accommodations, and access to your accommodations letters. If you are unable to see your courses, please make sure that the correct session on the top right-hand side is selected next to where it says Show Term. To do this, click on the drop-down menu and select the appropriate academic session. Click Refresh to update this information. Once the course appears, select the Request button on the same row on the right-hand side of the page under the Request column. This will direct you to an additional page. On this page, there will be a column on the left-hand side listing all of your available accommodations. Use the boxes to the left of each accommodation to select the accommodations you would like. If you would like to use all your accommodations, make sure all of the boxes are checked, as only those accommodations that have been checked will be provided. On the right-hand side of the page will be a heading listing Courses to Request. If you have selected one course but wish to self-renew your accommodations for all your courses, you can select the Check All link at the bottom of that column. Beneath both columns, on the middle of the page, there is a section in which you need to indicate whether you need to make any changes to your accommodations. Select the option that is relevant to you. This can be done by clicking the circular button to the left of the accommodation statement. Under this section, there are important terms to read. Please take the time to carefully review this. This section includes an accessibility statement on how your information will be used, limits to confidentiality, and the student statement of responsibility. After reviewing this information, you need to click the box containing the statement of agreement to these terms. This is located at the bottom right-hand side of the page. You will now need to approve your accommodations by clicking the Submit button on the bottom right-hand side of the page. Once you have submitted your self-renewal request, you will be directed back to the main page. On this page, the Request button will no longer appear for the courses that you have chosen to self-renew. The status for this course will now say Sent. Under the middle column titled Status, it will list the status of the letter of accommodations which has been sent to the course instructor. Once you have requested self-renewal for a course, you can also review your accommodations letter by selecting the Get Letter button on the last column titled Letter on the right-hand side. This will allow you to open and download a PDF copy of your accommodations letter. You will get a reminder via email at the beginning of each term notifying you when you can begin to self-renew your accommodations for the term. Should you have any questions or concerns related to the self-renewal process for accommodations, please contact the Accessibility Services main office at 416-287-7560 or via email at ability.utsc@utoronto.ca. Thank you for reviewing the Self-Renewal for Accommodations module from Accessibility Services at the University of Toronto, Scarborough.